Inda Barimene, welcome to Africa's biggest podcast. And today we've got a special guest in the building, the one and only BENNI McCarthy. We spoke about his time at Ajax, how he got there, him playing soccer for gangster leagues. We spoke about his time at Man United and so much more. So trust me, you don't want to miss out. So I want to send a big shout out to our sponsors. Big shout out to Hollywood Bets. This festive season, Hollywood Bets is turning up the heat. Stand a chance to win a share of 100,000 rands in cash from Saturday the 30th of November to Monday the 30th of December. Here's how to enter. Purchase an easy load voucher worth 20 rand or more, redeem it on your Hollywood Bets account, and don't forget to opt in on the promotions page. It's that simple to get in the running and make this holiday season unforgettable. So don't forget to use my promo code CHILLERS on the registration or just use the link in the comment section below. Last but not least, get your 25 Rand sign-up bonus plus 50 free spins. You have to be above the age of 18, bet responsibly, and let the celebrations begin. T's and C's do apply. Before we start the interview, another big shout out to one of our other sponsors, Jack Daniels. We are giving away a PS5 every single week until the end of December. This is how you can enter. Purchase yourself a 750ml bottle of Jack Daniels and keep the receipt or online invoice. Scan the QR code or visit our website, thisismacg.com. Follow the steps, upload your receipt and bottle picture and submit your entry. It's that simple. Each purchase counts as one entry, so the more bottles, the more chances you have. Make sure your contact details are spot on. Enter as many times as you like, and winners will be announced on Podcast and Chill with MacG. As the shit!
Hanover Park was rough, was
real,
next level.
bro.
Next level, and I think that's probably why my wariness is so...
Yeah.
I'm so alert to everything. Everything.
Was your brother better than you in football?
Yeah.
Wow. Jerome.
Yeah. PSG,
They coming.
$1.2 million offer. And yeah, Ajax was offering me academy. And then they... So now,
You don't want to play under Sir Alex, bro?
man, Jose at the time was...
That was fire.
That was my first Champions League game. Why am I want to go against him? No chance. I worked just with the wingers and the strikers and the tens.
Yeah, but you didn't do a good job, man. We didn't score many goals when you were there.
I had a situation once where coach, 90 minutes gone and says, 4 minutes left, and then they call me off the bench, hey, BENNI, go warm up. And you feel like saying to the coach,
on the internet, it says your net worth is worth $16 million.
please, can someone give me...
Amen.
Amen. All of us, bro.
BENNI fucking McCarthy, bro.
Dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest of all time, BENNI McCarthy in the building. Bro, I think you're good. Do you think you're good, bro? Like, I think you're the best South African football export we've ever had.
First of all, Mac, let me just say thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah.
Listen to a few podcasts of yours and very impressed.
Thanks.
And I love what you're doing, so thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm normal, man.
No ways. You don't think you're good, dog?
Nah, no.
Bro, have you seen your career, bro?
Rajay,
Brajay.
Jomasono.
Yeah.
That's my goat.
Yeah.
South African. goat.
What's your top five? Top five. Best players to come out of SA.
Rajay,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Kumalo,
Definitely.
the late John Schumacher.
Oh, yeah.
That was my player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Junaid Hartley.
Hardly.
Wow.
He sounds familiar, man. Which one is that one?
It was a colored player. He
Junaid
played
Hartley.
during his era.
My era.
Yeah, his era.
Ronaldinho of my era.
Wow.
Probably even more special.
Yeah.
With a bit of an afro.
But
Nyan, yeah.
Yeah.
Junaid Hartley, I would throw in that hat there.
Yeah.
The fifth one is
The fifth one, yeah? And you can't put yourself twice, so.
shit, I'm not even on that list.
Yeah.
I know, then I have to put myself in because I don't see other names who's done more than what I've done. So
Yeah, and your era was crazy, bro. There were so many good players that time, bro.
and I even left out Skilo,
Skilo, yeah.
Pinar. Skilo also in there.
Yeah.
I'll sit out.
Yeah. Bro, I want to thank you so much for coming through, man, because I know your team was telling me you're reluctant to do podcasts because you had a bad experience with the Portuguese podcast
Yes.
that you did recently.
Yeah.
Yeah? What happened? What happened, bro?
They caned me.
What happened, bro?
No, they just reversed the script and whatever I said they so then it kind of looked like I killed the manager, I killed the guy. You kick a man when he's down, which was nothing like that, but that's how they kind of made it, which for me was not right.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
No, that's messed up.
Because when you respect someone and you don't do that, and that's not my character, that's not my personality. So that's why I'm like, those things,
Yeah.
not for me. But you my people, so
Yeah. Listen, man, I want to take it back. I heard that you stopped peeing in your bed when you were like 4 or 5. Is that true?
I stopped.
Stopped peeing in your bed. When you were like 4 or 5.
4 or 5, ironically. 4 or 5, wow, man.
Who's your source?
Don't worry. We listen, we don't judge.
I think that was maybe even too early.
Yeah.
Later
Whoa.
stages, bro.
Jeez.
Yeah, no. My older brother
Jerome.
scared the shit out of me
Yeah.
when I was a kid. And ever since that, I've had major issues with nighttime. If I open my eyes and then I just let go. so yeah, I had major scary issues. Still today, I don't watch scary movies.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
I'm not afraid of the dark, but I'm very wary because obviously of my childhood. And I think at the age that I was, it was one of those things when if you're 50, you get that type of scare, you get a heart attack, it's lights out. So yeah, so for me, it was kind of traumatic. And I think I was once, man, I know. Let me be open and honest.
Yeah.
More than once, maybe even at 12, 13 years old, I let go because I clocked something somewhere in the corner of the room. And instead of screaming, I just closed my eyes and
Let it out.
dreamed that I'm doing it, but I know, I'm burning here in my lip. So yeah. So now it was a traumatic time for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I heard
like
the
older brother syndrome for you.
I heard you were a mama's boy. Was that true?
There's nothing wrong with being a mama's boy. Nothing wrong.
Same here. I was raised by my mother, so I had no choice.
Yeah, no, I was mama's boy, so I think I piggybacked on my mom till I was 15, maybe.
Yeah.
My mom would, the Charlie around rapped.
Yeah.
Aye.
Wow.
Shame. But that's why I had to give everything first things that I had to do was to take care of my mom.
You have to. And that's where the
of
blessings
everything
come
that-
from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. What that woman did for me and my brother and my sister, there's not enough that you could pay them back.
But you guys did it dirty, man. Because I heard a story of she used to bake for you guys every day, but you'd throw the bread in the bin.
I know that story. I don't know. That I don't know. I know she used to hustle, work different jobs. But what there was, you take what there was. There was no being pickiness.
But did she bake for you guys?
Huh?
Did she bake for you guys?
No.
Oh, she never baked?
She worked different jobs, yeah.
Yeah.
2-3 different jobs, but no, not that.
And what about your dad? Was he strict or like what kind of a dad was he?
Yeah, no, my dad was no nonsense. Take no shit. And but I think he did some time as well in his younger days.
Okay.
So he's been.
What did he do time for?
He was a naughty boy. He was naughty. He was on that rough side. So yeah, he was in prison. And I remember, I think when I was 3, 4, 5 years old, going to visit him at Victor Verster with my mum. And I think from that ages, that was just a place where you never wanted to end up with. I never wanted to end it up with because it was just gates and gates and gates. And you're like, Jesus, when you're going to see your old man and, you know? So yeah, and like the scary guys that you used to see, tattoos everywhere.
And this is back in the days.
Yeah, but now when I was like 4, 5, 6 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think from that age already, I kind of said like, no crime, never wanted to be on the wrong side of the law, do a job that will never get me into trouble so that I never end up in a place like where my dad was when I had to go and visit him.
So does your mom, is she honest with you? Because you know how parents like to coddle kids and not tell them the truth. Is she honest that we are in prison and your dad has done some wrong stuff and that's why he's here?
No. So obviously, like, I think mom's parents, they don't want their kids to despise the other parent. So they always kind of make it that it was, I don't know, something. So I told today, I don't want to ask. I also, no interest. It was many years ago. I was a kid. You understand? So maybe my older brother and my sister, they probably know more, like, the reasoning for, but I was the baby.
But can you describe?
I was the one that everyone kind of wanted to protect.
Because you grew up in Hanover Park, right?
Yeah.
So can you describe the crime that was happening at that time? Because we see this stuff on the TV during the news and stuff.
Hanover Park was rough, was
real,
next level.
Bro.
Next level, and I think that's probably why my wariness is so, I'm so alert to everything, everything. There's not a single thing that happens around me that I don't pick up. Dodgy side, hey, let's go, boys, or let's just step into a shop because I already clocked something's not right, you know? And that was from growing up in Hanover Park, because if you didn't, you take your eye off the ball once, it's lights out.
But what kind of crime are you seeing? Are you seeing people shooting each other?
I'm talking about gang crime, like gangs, because where I lived by the American gangs. Was my side where I lived in. And then opposite we had the Backstreet Boys, the Backstreet Kids, and then you had
Hard Livings, were they there?
The Hard Livings was in Manenberg. They were in Manenberg. And then you had the Livings.
Livingstons.
Yeah.
Livingstons,
yeah. The Livingstons, and then you had the Junkie Funky Kids, JFKs, and you also had the Mongrels. They were the
big boys.
They were lethal. The Mongrels were deadly.
Jeez.
You know, they back in the days, obviously from our understanding was the Mongrels used to run the prisons. Like if you end up there, like poof, you convert to mongrel, otherwise you don't survive. So they were there, and unfortunately for me, like back then, when you live in the area of the Americans, you are kind of cast as an American because you live in that neighborhood, in that area. So yeah, where I had to go to church, you have to walk right through the heart of the mongrels. And every Sunday you must make sure whatever pocket money you had, hey, make sure that you have a 5 rand or a 10 on you.
Something.
Because You church, hey there, pastor. Pocket shirts, and I give and
Go to church. You just want to go to church.
go to church and yeah, and that what it was, because you live
In that area.
in that area.
So if this is known, the police are not intervening. What's they not part of it?
It's neighborhood things. It's just, it's not that's the rule or that. It's like just people know. He's not from this area, so they know. But then what kind of got me out of it all was then the football side, because the football started at a young age, you know. So I was, I believe, according to everyone, was just next level from where we were from. And so I started playing football, and obviously we had then the gangster leagues where we play. We call it Bundesliga, but it's on a Sunday. There's no gang fights, no trouble.
Yeah.
It's the most peaceful day ever because everyone is at the football field, the Nantas, and then you've got this tournaments going on, and everyone's got teams.
But explain, what do you mean a gangster league? So each gangster has a team.
Not each gangsters, the ones that had money. If you had a Shabin, or you were selling
the stuff. Yeah.
man drugs, or you were selling dope, or you were selling beers and whiskeys and that, Shabin. So you've got money, so you open up a nice football team, so you get of the best kids in the area.
Yeah.
Now you build yourself a team, you call yourself whatever you call. I played for the Brazilians. We were the Brazilians.
Yeah.
And Boca American, he was one of, unbelievable character.
Yeah.
Nicest guy, but then what we hear, that he was evil.
Jeez.
He was deadly. He was very feared, but he was the nicest human being that you ever gonna get. And I think myself included, and all my friends that I know in football and that somehow played there, none of us went in that part, because he used to scare the shit out of us, that if he catches or hears of any of us touching cigarettes or drinking or smoking or that, because he used to sell it. He used to sell, and that's where he got the money
And
from.
he knows,
So he had football, but he used to threaten us that he would do the worst thing ever to any of us if we go near that shit. Our part, football, and that's where he wants us to stay.
And when he approaches you, you can't say no to him.
No.
You can't. Nah.
No, you can't. You can say no.
Yeah.
But obviously, because you know, hey, it's Boca American. I know I play. Yeah, no problem. So it was that, and he knew my dad. He knew my dad. Obviously, you know, the criminal entity.
Yeah.
Everyone know each other. They all know each other, and I don't know how. So he knew my dad, and then said, if it was okay for me, because obviously they heard everyone wanted me to play for their team. And because I live in that area and he was an American, so it was only normal that I play for his team.
Yeah.
Because he's in that neighborhood. And so then on Sundays or some Saturdays as well, when he hears, in Mannenberg, there's a tournament.
Yeah.
It's maybe 10,000 Rand or 1,000 Rand entry fee. And then 12 teams or 20 teams, winner takes it all.
Yeah.
Now he's collecting his players. And then we go and enter.
Yeah.
So but I at that stage then I was in primary school.
Wow, bro.
And we were playing against grown men. So I was like what, 10, almost going to high school.
You playing with 15-year-olds.
We would play against men who's, that time when we were 10, 11, 12 years old, if you're 22, you were, he's a grown up.
Yeah.
It's not now.
And you're still banging the goals.
And we would just rattle their cages. So I think the toughness, the mental, survive anywhere, because if you survive there, then
anywhere in the world.
And it's a walk in the park.
Was your brother better than you in football?
Yeah.
Wow. Jerome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jerome, he was better than me, but not smarter than me. Jerome, before playing, he loved the life already before he's even achieved it.
Get a superstar. Yeah, we all know them in the hood.
Yeah.
We all know them.
So, you know, Mongezi he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's a prospect.
Yeah.
But 10 out of 10 judges says from all the picks that there's how he's definitely there.
Yeah.
But then Jerome is living it already before he's even there.
Yeah. And the ladies,
Everything. So of course, I think then somehow life surprises you when you live beyond your means and you've not even achieved. And I think that was Jerome's
So when he
biggest
looks at you, doesn't he resent you like, I could have been that, bro?
No, he was there.
He was that.
He was there. So he was my role model.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was my role model growing up because obviously, he had everything. Everything that I could never had.
Yeah.
Physically, Jerome was, those ones that you say, hey, this one, his mom spit him out and his bulk and the muscles.
Wow.
Already. Everything. So Jerome didn't need gym or training. The calves, everything was just perfectly placed. So Jerome was built for football.
Wow.
And he just had everything.
What kind of player was he? Who would you describe him to?
Winger. Jerome plays on the wing.
Yeah.
Midfield. So I think Jerome used to think he's the black David Beckham. From the hood.
Yeah.
So Jerome, shy, but bender.
He got it, dog.
There wasn't for him. So he genuinely could play, but like I said, he lacked that discipline. And just let me pipe down and let me bite the bullet.
Which you had, right?
Yeah, because I had someone to learn from, the mistakes that was happening before me. And then obviously, you heartbroken for your brother because of that. And now you kind of see, wow, my life is taking the same turn the way my brothers went.
I'm not going.
So for me, agents, first of all, I despised them. Stayed away from me. I didn't want no agents, no nothing. If it happens naturally. Somebody comes from somewhere and says, hey, we've seen him at this tournament.
Boom, boom, boom.
And who do we speak to? Speak to my parents and organize what they're going to do that way. But no agents, I can take you there. Good luck. Take your own son there, not me. Because it happened with my brother and obviously his life just got messed up.
Bro, so your career is well documented. I mean, you started at 7 Stars, right? 7 Stars, after that, you go away?
7 Stars, and then I went a loan spell just to get
experience.
Premier League, PSL experience.
Yeah.
So I signed for Cape Town Spurs.
Cape Town Spurs.
Yeah, before then they turned 7 Stars and Cape Town Spurs merged, and
Ajax.
then they became Ajax. So, but I was 7 Stars, and then I went for, I think it was 7 games I played for Cape Town Spurs in the PSL.
Yeah.
Now, and and it was like not heard of 16-year-old, and that time, the youngest players was Lavas Matlala,
All those guys.
and those guys, but they were 22, 23 now, men, and babies coming through now, but because obviously some gangster league football and together with I was not scared of anyone.
Wow.
That didn't matter.
Wow, man.
Age was just a number. So then I went on loan to Cape Town Spurs to help them out. And it was he's coming, gain some experience and just to see what top flight football was
like,
about. And then, you come back and then you follow the process. But then I went and
killed it.
yes.
Murdered
and then
it.
Pirates and then Chiefs and then
Chiefs murdered you?
Yeah, no, but Chiefs was red hot.
Wow.
And that was my team as well. So,
Chiefs?
So yes.
No way.
I wanted Chiefs.
Yeah.
But at that stage, I think my mind was set on Europe. So, so Chiefs will be another decade or two, but not now. Now I'm at that level now where I think I can bypass PSL and go straight to
So you didn't
Europe.
even play long in PSL?
No, 7 games.
7 games and then you were out.
So the 7 games I scored, I think, 6 or 8 goals for Spurs.
Unheard of.
2 against Chiefs, 1 against Sundowns, 2 against Kwakwa Stars back in the days.
Yeah.
PE Callis or something. They was 1 against them, and Tata Bucks. So then Chiefs was the last game. And then we went to the AFCON under 20. So I went with Sheikhs Mashaba with the under 20 team. So after Chiefs, and then Chiefs now was, we signed. So they were pumping 7 stars because they knew they didn't need to speak to Cape Town Spurs because I belong to 7 stars. So they could do the deal, then I can go because they've already signed Patrick Umbutu.
I remember with the red eyes. Yeah, Patrick, what a star.
Manova Mkize. And we were all teammates in that under 20 squad, but they were the glamour boys, just as those boys could play. So Chiefs already signed them. So then I was the target from that 20. But then...
So when does Ajax Amsterdam come into play?
So I left, then we left for Morocco for that under 20.
Yes.
And there, fireworks. Then I was now it was like
you're cooking.
I'm playing against my age boys.
You're advanced.
No men, no nothing. So I was scrawny, skinny boy. But you know that haragat skinny lighties. Scared of no one, of nothing. And went out there and had the best time. Had the best time of like our team. That under 20 team was fire. I think Safa missed the trick there. They would have, if they had kept that team together, grow and then just add, like your Mark Fish, your Lucas and that. With that team,
wow, man.
I think at least we would have probably been in the World Cup quarterfinal, semifinal.
Something like that.
Yeah, because that team, we went on to play in the World Cup under 20 and the Olympics. We beat Brazil, the Ronaldinho's there. We make them look bang average. We played against France, and France had Thierry Henry, Nicolas Anelka, and David Trezeguet, and that team. And my man, they could not do nothing over us. We were standouts. And then they just dismantled that team, and obviously myself and Quinton from that team, and then Stanton Fredericks, Stiga. We were from the only ones who then graduated, and then when they play Kosafa Cup, then the likes of they picked them, some Matthew Booth. Then they leave the
guys,
the first team out, and then they go with a team that's based playing in South Africa. So we graduated, but that under 20, under 23 team. So so then Morocco, we went to the final, and then I unfortunately missed the final because of the new rule just came in. It just came in about if you take your shirt off for celebration, you get yellow cards. So I scored in the semi-final. We were going out. Last kick of the game against Zambia.
Banged on.
I scored. So how do you score? We scored. They didn't even take the ball out the net to center. Game finished. And then we went to extra time. So that was like literally the ref probably just waited. If the ball goes out, he blows finish. And I scored. So obviously, shirt off, and so I got a yellow card.
Oh shit!
And then against Ghana, I got another yellow card also for celebrating extra time goal that take us to the final. So 2 yellow cards. You miss. So then, yeah. And not because of the 2 yellow cards that I missed, but we just never know.
And we never won it, ne?
No, we lost to Morocco.
Jeez.
So Morocco won the AFCON.
Yeah.
And we got runners-up, but I was player of the tournament and top goal scorer with one of the Moroccan players.
Yeah.
And the Moroccan player that was top with joint goal scorer as well, he signed for Feyenoord.
Okay.
In Holland.
Yes.
But then Feyenoord, Ajax, everyone.
They were all there.
So I came home and I had like a stack of cards from all the teams, the scouts.
That wanted you.
Please, can we call you? We want you to come to our team just to see if you fit in and if you've got the potential for Europe. But yeah, very impressed with your performance and blah. And then that was that. And I said, I must go home. And then, and then when we came back, so Rob Moore, he was the owner of 7 Stars. But he also had the media company, Touchline Media, Kickoff Magazine.
All that stuff, yeah.
Golf Digest, Runner's World, all those sporting magazines, they were all under Touchline Media. And it was his company, so obviously he's a business guy, he knows. So I asked him, not as an agent.
Yes. Sorry.
Not as an, it's okay.
Yeah.
Not as an agent to just help me and, because I've had all these opportunities from teams. Yeah. They want me to go to Europe but I don't have representative. So please, can you help me out, just make sure that that I don't do the wrong things? And he was like, no problem. He can help me. And then obviously, and then off we went on our journey. So I went to Ajax Amsterdam first. And at Ajax, at one match, played 15 minutes, said, they've seen enough. But then there were scouts from PSG. Yeah. And Feyenoord also there that came, because obviously they all invited me, but I chose to go to Ajax first because Ajax just won the Champions League the year before, and Patrick Kluivert was 19-year-old boy that scored in the Champions League final. So you think, hey, that could be me, So that's why I said, no, Ajax, because I also wanted to meet Kluivert. Wow. So then at Ajax, my agent, Rob was he was mediator. 7 Stars owner, my team owner. So he then, guys called him from Feyenoord, so they offered him a better deal than what Ajax eventually proposed, so Ajax gave me academy contract. Yeah. Like maybe 2,000 euros a month. Whatever. And you live with a family and blah, blah, blah. And then PSG.
They coming.
$1.2 million offer. And Ajax was offering me an academy. And then so now, then he says to me, he says, Benny, so we discuss, and he says, what, do I like Ajax? And then I said, yeah, I absolutely love it. And he says, yeah, but there's other clubs we can go, and we can go to Barcelona and trial Real Madrid and that. And I said, no, but I love Ajax, because everyone can speak English and it's easy. And then he's like, yeah, but the money is not. This team offered.
And you're young, bro. You just want to play, bro.
I just want to play, man. I was playing gangster league. And then now this guy is talking about 1.2. So now, first I'm saying, no. I want Ajax. And he's looking at me, he's like,
are you crazy?
Is this fucker right in the head? Or? So then he says, okay. He tells them, send the offer through in writing. So, boom, they fax quick, offer in writing. He goes speak to Ajax. So Ajax said, listen, everyone loves him at the club and they think, he's the next big thing, Patrick Kluivert was special, but what they've seen there, he says, maybe he can surpass. So they really want him and Pap, and then so now they throwing figures now. So then they put on the table, and then he says, "You guys are not serious." So then he took the offer from PSG,
laid it on the table.
give it to them, and says,
"Look what PSG is offering."
He's ready. We're ready to jump on a plane and fly to France. And sign them. No. Wait, let us speak to the directors, Pep. So they go back. We sit there in the room. 20 minutes, they come back. They say, okay, let us talk. They say, that's too much money. But we can at least match. We can match what they're offering, but we can't give more, but
we can match.
So would that be okay? Then he says, okay, let me discuss with my client. So now he comes in. He says to me, okay, Benny, so the situation is PSG has offered us this, they've offered us that. So you end up, you can make, I think, maybe $2 million a year. A year, right? With bonuses and goals if you make appearances. So that, and Ajax, yes, you can earn that money, but not the same. But
there's a cap.
Because obviously you still in the academy, and academy players don't have that contracts, but they're giving you a first team, so they're gonna register you as the first team. So I was like, okay, didn't understand what the hell any of that means, but okay. So I'm now. Do they want to sign me or they don't want to sign me? That's what I want to know. He's talking about money and this and me. I'm worried. Hey, did I fail? Or, you know what I mean?
Fuck up.
And then he says, no, he says, okay, so do you want PSG or do you want Feyenoord? Because they also now counter press and they send a bigger offer than the both Feyenoord and the Ajax and PSG, because and there's a guy waiting for me to drive me to Rotterdam. Yeah. And then I said, no. I want Ajax. But if they want me, I'm happy. I'm in. Yeah. I don't want to go anywhere else. I just, and he says, yeah, but we can go culture, go to Spain. I said, no. We can visit there, but I want to sign here first. Wow. And then he goes back and forth with Ajax, and an hour later comes back and he looks at me and the president, the technical director, and the sporting director, they all come out. General manager from the club, Benny, welcome. Very nice to meet you, and look forward to seeing you more often. And they smiling, and they go in. So I'm like, okay. Then we go in, then we sat, and he said, okay, Mamsa, this is the situation. So we've got 3 offers on the table. Highest offer, middle offer, and then this one. But you are happy, you want Ajax, huh? I says, yeah, Ajax. He said, are you sure? But because there's more money out there. I said, no, I want Ajax. Wow. So I don't care what they offer me, I want them. If they want me, I'm theirs. So then he says, okay, fine. Then we decided, okay, Ajax it is. Then we sat down, and then now he breaks it down. Down. And then, so he says, okay, the offer is for a 3-year contract with another year. So a 4-year contract, 3 + 1. So the first year is 1.6, second year is 1.7, third year is 1.9, and then the option is 2 million plus, and 3 or 4 business class flights home. And so now, but me, I'm counting 5,000 rand, 1,500 because gangster league. That's what I was making and what I was earning at 7 Stars. Yeah. So I don't fully get the grasp.
You don't understand.
So then, so now he says, so Mamsa, this is what we're going to do. We're going to set this up. Then you can buy your mom a house and move her out of Hanover Park. And then when I said, what do you mean buy my mom a house? So he said, yes. because you are going to earn $1.6 million. If you convert, that time it was 36 million rand.
What age?
17. Now,
Yo.
so when he goes from the calculation to 36 million. And you know when you're swinging and the chair just did that. Because I couldn't fathom because
Man, yeah.
I was so in my element. I was happy to give my mom the money I was winning when I was playing Bundesliga because I was making
BENNI.
2,000-3,000 rand, and at 7 stars I was earning 1,500 a month.
Money too.
And I was just going to high school. I was in high school, so and that's when it hit. So then, of course, the first call has to be to my mom. And then I told her the news. And then she was, oh, my son, I'm so happy and proud for you. And you always said that was so your dream.
Man.
And
But bro, you know, like every single player in SA, right, wants to go to Europe, bro. Be honest, bro. What's that like, bro? Because it seems like the pinnacle, bro.
tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. You must be prepared. You must be prepared to suffer because obviously you're competing
With the best.
against locals, Dutch young players. You coming to take bread out of their mouth. So of course, these guys, they're not like, hey, mad dog, what's happening, G?
Yeah.
They speak a funny language to you. You don't understand. They say, hey, man, fuck off back to where you come from.
Deliberately, yeah.
You have pet monkey, pet lion. Hey, you must move. You understand?
Yeah.
And hey, you must just smile. But I was so lucky. I had 2 Niger boys there. Sunday Olise and Babangida. And they kind of took me in.
Under your wing.
And I was at an African clan there. Yeah. And Sunday was the meanest guy I've ever, 21 years old. I was turning 18. And this brother was 3 years older than me. But he had my dad's brain.
Wow.
He was a senior citizen. I mean, even our coach was scared of Sunday.
Jeez.
This guy, you could, and me, I was his baby boy, his baby brother.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's how I kind of survive. But I also had to, not because Sunday stick up for me, because I'm his African brother and this and that, but I had to go out there and shows, hey, I'm here on merit also. And me, I was killing it. But some low Dutch players, they were complaining, no.
It's Zlatan around that time. You were before
He came way after me.
Okay.
Then I wasn't playing because they would rather play the Dutch player
guys, yes.
or there. And after maybe weeks and weeks of getting now frustrated, like, how, man, I'm earning this money, but
I can't even
I'm
show
not
it.
playing, and what am I doing wrong? And then in the end, Sunday was just like, hey, because we are Africans now, that this one has to play. This one is not good enough. Yeah, BENNI is killing everyone. And then the coach, we put BENNI and put in, and it was just coming. Yes. Because now it was like you're keeping the dog locked in there. And I was just getting
unleashed,
frustrated, and eventually when they let loose.
So I'm a local football player. I want to get to Europe. Sacrifice. That's what you're saying.
You have to sacrifice, and you're not always going to have it your own way.
Weather, lifestyle, how's that?
Weather, different. Summer is nice.
Okay.
Because, winter, you never experienced, my friend. You get in your car starts spinning left, right. You are holding straight, it via left. You via left, it goes right. My man, it is another world out there. Another world. Yeah, it was first time for me driving in the snow.
Yeah.
No wheels.
And you're driving left. And
you going straight, and the car is just shifting left. And when you now move to the right, it goes further. When you shift left, it's jigga right.
Yeah.
So, it was tough. It was hard. Conditions like minus 10.
because
Like,
it looks glamorous, dog. When someone's saying they're playing in Europe, it just looks glamorous, bro.
it does. It is glamorous. But if you're not used to that cold, if you come from Africa, what do we know about snow? You go there, it's white. No, so it to adapt. I was crying. I asked the club if they would.
And the food, because the food is trash, bro.
Man, I can't kill people for their food. So you might have to adapt because you must accept that's their way, that's their culture.
Yeah.
So, you eat what you are given.
Jeez, bro.
I struggled.
So while you were in Europe, junior career, you played for Blackburn, all those teams, we all know about them. But which teams wanted you? That was there ever a time like Man United came calling or anything like that?
Yep. When I was at Blackburn.
Okay, Blackburn, yeah. You were paying. Fuck, you used to score against us, bro.
So when I was at Blackburn, Jose, I was speaking with Mourinho.
Yeah.
And so obviously my route was Chelsea. So now for me it was like,
just come in,
yes. So after when he won his first, first Premier
okay,
League.
the first one, okay.
So then I came to the Premier League and I finished second.
Yes.
And then they won the Premier League again.
Yes.
And that's when he now says, there's the perfect partnership for Drogba. And then, so he came in and he was like, my son, I'm coming. So I must tell the club I want to leave because I want to join Chelsea. So Chelsea offered Blackburn, I think, £20 million. And now the two clubs are negotiating, but Blackburn is players not for sale. So it's back and forth. So I don't know if they're trying to drive the price up.
Yeah.
Then 22, 23, till £25 million, And obviously now I'm getting, this is now 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and the transfer window, it's getting closer now. So then I go see the manager. So I went to speak with Mark Hughes. That was my manager at Blackburn. And I went to speak to him and I said, boss, come on. When I joined from Porto, I told you I wanted to play Champions League football and I wanted to stay at Porto. But you convinced me to come to Blackburn and then help Blackburn get into the top 8. And then if Chelsea, Man U, whatever comes, he'll let me go. Now it's there. The club is going to make. They bought me for what? 3.5, 4.5 million pounds. You're going to make 3 times what you bought me for.
Yeah.
Tell the club, take the money. And then he says, okay, now I'll speak to the president, to the chairman, and then when, we'll sort something and go. Another week pass. And I'm saying, these people, they now I don't see him in trainings. Hey, when he sees me, he tucks into the office. Yeah. Then I go see the president. And I said to the chairman, listen, it's a massive opportunity for me and blah, blah, blah. And obviously I know Jose. He was my coach at Porto. And
he's my father.
Yes. So it's a big offer for them to take the offer and let me now go to Chelsea because they've won 2 Premier Leagues and I'm fighting here to go into top 10 or 15, not get relegated, and there is chance to win the Premier League. So come on, please, guys. Then they says, yeah, but it's not as simple as it looks because there's another club also in the running. And then they said, yeah, Man United is also interested. Alex Ferguson spoke with Mark Hughes.
No way.
And they look like that would be better for the club. So that deal would be
after
better.
you scored against us when you had Porto, ne?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now my mind is set on Chelsea, on joining Jose.
Yes.
But now these guys are throwing me a curveball and says
Man U
is in there.
Yeah.
And man, that's my team.
Days.
So what do I do now? So I said, hey, God, please, you have to forgive me. My team have to come second, but I want to go play for my father. Because I know him.
Yes.
So I said, I'm not interested in any. I want Chelsea. They must sell me to Chelsea because Mourinho knows me. He knows. And yeah, Champions League, I want to win there. And that's what he wants, And then they said, okay, they will negotiate. I went. In the end, transfer window, last hour, he phones me, he said, Benny, he tried, but Blackburn wouldn't let me go, but my agent also didn't push.
Hard enough
For me to get. I should have just stayed at home, not come to training.
Man.
Then they would sell me. But unfortunately, that wasn't part of my... So then the door shut both sides. Chelsea and United gone. So then in the end, my desire, the passion, everything that I had, that I loved, that made me want to play football just kind of died for a little bit. And I didn't go to trainings for weeks. And the manager just said, I can take as much time because obviously he knew that he sold me out big time.
Yeah.
You don't want to play under Sir Alex, bro.
Man, Jose at the time was...
That was fire.
That was my first Champions League day. Why am I want to go against him? No chance. I know Sir Alex's history. I know the history with Man United. But I know firsthand what that guy can do. Me, if I must choose, I want to be in his boat.
Bro, what a lot of people speak about Jose and they speak about his man management, how he's good with the players. So like he'll be able to play a certain character for the media, but behind closed doors in the dressing room, he's a certain character. But what makes him special? Like, why is he the special one, bro?
He understands his players. Now I don't know. Now I don't know. I've not worked or been close with him for many years.
Yeah.
So I don't know how he is now and what you portray and what you hear and what you see now. But back when I was there, he was any player's dream to play for.
So would you call him and say, hey, how's the wife? How are the kids?
No, what you call you? He called your wife. He called your girlfriend.
Wow.
He makes home visits.
Wow.
Them, he tells them, okay, so we train this. We go to camp on a Friday. Then after camp, we play Saturday. Then we come home. We don't go back to camp. Now, some of the players were saying, Mourinho, he's making us camp Friday and Saturday after the games and that. But yeah, so if he's not home on a Saturday because he says he's in camp, because he's out there clubbing and doing whatever, God knows what.
Yeah.
He should be at home. You phone me,
yes,
and then I'll phone him.
Yeah.
So he had that relationship with the players' families.
Is that something that you take in when you start coaching now? Do you adapt some things from...
But, hey, I'm a little bit scared. This generation, imagine you phone the player's girlfriend. And people are saying, hey, coach is trying. No. Now, the world is more sick.
Yeah.
And you would find coaches, you would try to dip their fingers in. No. So I think I just want to have that relationship with the players, that trust, that we know the honest relationship.
So I want to talk about you coaching. So you've had an illustrious career, amazing Champions League, everything. You've done all of it. You know, you've scored the big goals. So now, what makes you want to go into coaching? Is it like you love football too much, man?
Yes. So when you think about now, Ace, it's almost coming to the end.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to do? I want to work in football. So, but do you want to sit in the boardroom? Do you want to work with?
What are those coaching badging honors? What happens there? What are you guys learning there? You're learning tactics?
Yeah, you learn how to set training sessions up.
Okay.
You learn how to work the tactics boards. You learn how to work a computer, how
you learn
to
this in
analyze
Scotland,
out there.
You learned this in Scotland?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you learn how to analyze games, how to scout, how to everything. So you learn everything. And then when you get to your pro license, now you learn in the boardroom.
Okay.
Now because your A levels and then your level B, your UEFA B license, your UEFA A license, that is just all tactical. Training pitch, matches, watching Champions League football, that is just football. And then when you graduate from the A license, when you go on to your pro license, now you become a manager. And that's when you manage a football team.
Okay.
And that is dealing with players' contracts, with having dialogues with the chairman, buying players, what
All
it
that stuff.
contains. Now you learn about negotiating contracts and signing players and how everything board work, everything that goes on in the boardroom, technical meetings, all that. That's what you learn when you're on
When
your
Erik
license.
Ten Hag calls you and he says, come be the coach of the striking.
The first team coach. So you work with the offensive players, which is the strikers, attacking midfielders and wingers.
So how's that different?
No, strikers is you work just with the strikers, but if you're the first team coach, and my function was the offensive players.
So you were the first team coach?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the offensive players is Amad Diallo,
Yes.
Garnacho, Rashford,
Anthony.
Hoyland, Anthony, Bruno,
Yes.
Scott McTominay back at the time,
Yes.
Christian Eriksen. That is offensive players.
Got you.
And then defensive players is your Kobe Mainus, your Casemiros, your Ugati. They are midfielders and they defensive. So I work just with the wingers and the strikers and the tens.
Yeah, but you didn't do a good job, man. We didn't score many goals when you were there.
We won
for the past 2 years, bro. We scored goals,
we
bro.
won FA Cup. We won.
We did. Shout out.
We smashed
I was
Man
shocked,
City,
eh?
bro.
I
We
was
smashed
shocked,
Man
eh?
City.
I was shocked.
And Rashford scored how many goals?
What was the game plan going into the FA Cup? Because nobody in the world thought you guys were going to win, eh?
Nah, we knew we were going to beat them.
For real?
Yeah, we knew we were going to beat them.
Man City.
Yeah.
Peps, Man City.
Yeah, now we knew we were going to beat them. We just had that order about us and, there. But I think they made it easy for us because they arrived at the final. So we were all in suits and everything,
Yeah.
We were already pumped up for the game. And Man City arrived. They arrived in their jeans and their D-square, they D-square. So their D-square tops, with the Man City blue color. So they look funky.
Yeah.
So we go onto the pitch to go and walk. And the Man City players comes out. They talking about rushing after the game onto the planes. Hey, we go into Ibiza, celebrate there and that. And they've not even played the game.
Yes.
And I think then our players just thought, these fuckers, they think that they really that good, that they that much better than us.
Yeah.
We know that we are better than them.
We're going to show them.
But collectively, they've had really good, executed their game plan far better than us. And that's why they were beating us, because they were collectively more sound than us. But we know
They were arrogant, bro.
They were planning that they are rushing after the game. Ibiza was calling. They have everything set up. So that means they already win the final, and they're going to celebrate.
Yeah.
When we came back out from the warm-up, we got in the dressing room. The guys just went, "Hey, guys, come in." These guys, they think they've won this game already. And they think that today we show them who we are, Man United. And from the first minute, you rub your hands, we say, I wonder how much are we scoring today? No. That was one of the first times where the players, they spoke themselves, they spoke about what they were going to do out there on the pitch, because I think, it was kind of embarrassing for them that Man City had that
arrogance.
Pizza is planned and pop, and you're going to play FA Cup final here. The party is happening, and I think it would have driven me crazy if I was a player.
I want to show you a picture, man, because for the first time, I think 2 years ago, I went to Old Trafford, because I've been a long Man United fan for like 20 years. So for the first time, I went to Old Trafford to watch a Man U Tottenham game. And then when I was there's a friend of mine, his name is G2. He's a resident DJ at yours.
Yeah.
So he hooked me up with the tickets, and then I got to FaceTime you. So there's the picture. I don't know if you remember this.
I remember the guy that you were with. I was like, how's this guy getting in? No, I remember.
But you didn't look interested at all, because we spoke for like 10 seconds. I was like, yo,
no, because I was in the dressing room, man.
Yeah.
I was in the dressing room, so obviously I think it was, it's a bit
awkward.
If the manager comes in, Benny, we don't want the players, so you doing it. So I kind of was like, just like, hurry up, and that's sort of thing. Like,
bro, for me, it was like one of the best days of my life, bro. Walking into Old Trafford, being there, seeing the game. But for you, obviously they wanted to buy you, but now you're a manager there. Like, can you explain how big is Man U, bro? Like, how big is that club, bro?
From what I know and what I've seen of my time at Ajax, Porto, and seeing other clubs around the world, I think it's probably Real Madrid have that same manpower that United have. I mean, it is... I don't even think I can explain how big until you really see for yourself. It's like everything gets shut down.
Dude.
When we arrived, the airport gets shut down for half an hour, 1 hour, till we get out, we get to where we need to go, and then everything resumes.
Yeah.
Train station, when we travel to London and we go by train stations get cut off. You can't use certain parts to go in because it's just for Man U.
It's like kings, bro.
Oh my God. And you get onto the runway, the plane is waiting for you there. No passports control, you just fire through. And hey, for me, you smile because you have that green passport where you need visa for everything. And then,
African passport.
Green passport don't exist. But Man U, just step onto the tarmac and boom, on the plane you get tip.
Bro, and the English media, because like every publication is always talking about Man U, bro.
Because Man U sells. It's the biggest club. And I think, and that's also probably why sometimes Man U is in the situation that there is, because of the amount of scrutiny.
Yeah, and
because
attention.
You see, Chelsea can go through a bad patch.
No one cares.
You don't hear a lot of, media is just pumping. Man City, my God, you hardly even hear that they lost 6 games in a row and drew 1 game. But they had injuries.
Yes.
Man U, we had 17 players injured
last year. Yeah.
But
they're just missing Rodri.
But my God, you would think it was a tornado that hit Old Trafford, that hit Carrington, with the news that was going. Like, crisis galore
it was-
that the manager even lost his job because of it, but because it's the magnitude of Man United.
Do the players get affected by the fan channels? You know, like
I think
Mark
they
Goldbridge, the United Stands, Fredford Paddock, all those guys. Do they watch those things?
Nah, I think they just brush it off. I think it's no matter. But you know, rumors always gets through. Like, and I think sometimes it does annoy. It does annoy players.
Yeah.
It does annoy players, especially if these people, they don't know you from a bar of soap, but they quick to make a comment because it helps them gain more followers. It helps them
views.
probably get more views and make more money off the back of, you know, a bit of misfortune on the playing field from the team.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, everyone can become someone top when you talk about Man U.
So I got some questions regarding the players you were involved with in the attacking sense when you were coaching. Why the hell did you guys bench Amad, bro? Like, everybody could see that kid's a star, bro.
I think tactically, when we set up, the manager felt that Anthony was the better player for the job that he wanted, because obviously he knew Anthony from Ajax. He was his player, so he invested in him, and the club supported him. So of course he has to support the player that he bought in, your investment. So I think that's why he persisted in playing Anthony, because he knew the capabilities. When Anthony is at his best, he knows what Anthony can do. So I think there, and then you had Garnacho that was also really playing well, scoring goals, and you had Rashford on any given day. He could also demolish anyone. And then you spend 70 million on bringing in Højlund, so he has to play. So someone's got to, and unfortunately for Amad Diallo, when it tactically, then the manager goes with the player he thinks is probably more capable for those type of games, tactically, defensively, and attackingly.
When you see him now, are you like, ish, maybe we made a wrong call because he's on fire right now?
No, but I dealt quite a lot with Amad, and because obviously we're both Africans, so he would always ask me for anything and advice and want to work on this and lose competition, because Amad wanted to do finishing all the time. And come, coach, come, let's do competition 2 touch. When I hammer him, then no, but because it's too early in the week, let's do tomorrow again. Then I hammer him again, but he's so persistent until he gets one up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were working on finishing all the time. And you could see it's just a matter of time. The manager give him the confidence, he's gone.
Bro, so you were in charge of the attacking force, right? And what I noticed as someone who watched like Man U all the time, right? The problem I was seeing, and I could be wrong, I mean, I'm not a coach or anything, but I saw like our wingers, right? Every time they get the ball, whether it's Rashford, Garnacho, they just want to shoot, bro. They were not supplying Højlund with giving him any service. Do you talk to them about that? Like, yo, bro,
No,
you can't shoot all the time.
Of course, we had discussions, but I think Højlund was his first season as well in the Premier League. So I think he found it a little bit, even though he's physically so strong, but he would always fight with defenders, and then sometimes gets to a certain spot in the box where he's supposed to make a run, always too late. So then obviously, I think sometimes like players would have been like, pep, an action, and then look to cross. When it's not on, then you shoot.
Okay.
Or you don't want to come back and then start all the way from the defense again, because when the ball goes back and we lose it, then you have to sprint back all the way. So then they rather just try and end the attack with a shot on goal or attempt on goal. So but I think Hoyland now, he's adopted. He knows, he understands the league, and he knows also now how to use his body to his advantage, his strength and his speed. And he's came on really well.
What conversations are you having with Rashford? Because for the past 2 years, he's looked like very, doesn't have a lot of confidence. It doesn't look like he wants to be there. What conversations are you having with him?
No, obviously, if you just find that the team plays different from the previous season, like when he scored, he had
the first season, amazing season.
So we would set up and play, and when we would play so that we get to set Marcus up against anybody, 1-against-1, so he can do his thing. You know? And when we don't have the ball, everyone works back, but Rashi works back to a certain degree because he knew behind him he had Luke Shaw. And they two have had a really great understanding. Great understanding.
Yeah.
You know? So Rashford would defend up until a certain point, and then Luke Shaw would just give him, you stay there, I've got this. And when we get it, now you go and do what you need to do because I've got your back here, but now you go and kill. So that's how we played.
And Shaw all of last year, bro.
So that's how we played. Now, Luke Shaw gone, Malacia gone, Diallo has to play left back, or Wan-Bissaka. So the connection is different. So when opposition come at us, Marcus now has to defend all the way
and do more
because he doesn't have that security for Luke Shaw where he says, I've got this. You stay there. When we win the ball, when we win the attack, you in an advanced position to go 1-against-1, and 1-against-1, good luck to whoever's up against you. So now when you do it, when you play a different, you're asked to do a more different role now because of the partnership is broken and you have to defend all the way into your box. And then when we win the ball, you're not on the halfway line to go in short distance where you must do it from your own box. So the workload is so much harder and takes a lot of energy out of you, and you end up losing even the speed that you had, and you know that confidence. But it's because you had to work harder now. But because that partnership was broken, and it was right side players that was playing on the left because of all the injuries that we had. So Wan-Bissaka or Diallo had to play at left back, and they are
the
right
natural position.
You understand? So so Marcus had to come back and help. And that was the situation.
So in the midfield, man, there were so many games I was watching, and you could see like our midfield was open, and you had Casemiro there. You know, he's not that young anymore. Did you guys see that? Like maybe we just give him some help.
Yeah, but we lost Fred. We lost the energy bunny. You know, we lost that player, that nuisance, that player that you just want to break because he doesn't let you breathe. He doesn't let you. And we had Scott McTominay as well with Fred and Casemiro. So you had two workers working, and Casemiro always had support. So now when you lose that and you don't have that, and you have Christian Eriksen, who's a ball-playing midfielder.
Baller.
When you have Bruno, who's a ball-playing midfielder, but when you don't have the ball, there's not a lot of bite in the team. So it's just Casemiro. So sometimes he goes guns blazing, and when he loses a tackle, then we open. Because Bruno is not as defensive as Fred was. Or Christian Eriksen is not as defensive as Scott McTominay was. You know, Kobe Mainu is also not so defensive.
How good is he though, man?
Oh, what a player.
Mainu dog. What a play. At that age, bro.
Dude.
Unbelievable. What a young man. What a young man. Sound.
How come you guys never benched Bruno? He played like every single game.
Because Bruno is always available, never injured. Even if he is injured, he wants to play for the team. He wants to help the boys. Like one of the most craziest mentalities that you've seen. And
He's got heart.
And I think that year losing Martinez was.
Oh, yeah. Martinez is a beast. We call him the butcher.
The butcher.
The
Martinez.
butcher, yeah.
Yes.
We had a lot of injuries last year, man.
The year before and last year. We were so unfortunate.
What was causing that? Is that like a training thing? Is that a regime thing? Are the players not taking care of themselves?
No, I think the training pitches was a little bit, because it rained so much, and then the training pitches become soft, and when you wear certain boots in conditions, then it does affect your muscles, and a lot of players had like calf muscles torn and stretched, and then it takes you out for 2-3 months. You understand? So you just come back, and then someone else, same problem there. So so the training pitches wasn't at the best because of how bad the weather was, and we were really affected with, where Carrington is situated, so it does become quite muddy-ish, and when it snows and then the pitch is frozen up, and then it becomes rock hard, and then the heaters melt things, the underfloor heating, then it melts, then it becomes sort of muddy and soft, so you don't know if you're supposed to wear studs or this, and we were just getting hampered with injuries and like shame.
What was it like working with Ronaldo? Because when I look at him from afar, right? To me, he just looks like an egomaniac. It's just Ronaldo.
No,
he just cares about himself.
Nothing like it.
Yeah,
nothing like it.
Yeah.
Nothing like it. Very, very helpful to the young players. Always willing to give advice, but one of the most strictest regimes I've ever seen. Ever. Any athlete I know boxers have a crazy regime, but Ronaldo is like, this man is...
Even at this age?
I am saying, sometimes, Baba, enjoy life now. You know? Yeah, not to... I know your goal is, your aim is to
get 1,000 goals,
play until 40 and score 1,000
goals,
you know? But Bafuetu, when you had the career that you have, I now enjoy a little bit.
What happens that day when he walks out during a match? I think it was Tottenham, actually.
Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs. When he walks out, do you have a chat with him, or like, what happens in the dressing room at the time when he does that?
He was already gone when we got there. So, listen, it's just things happen, you know? Sometimes you lose track of time of where the game is at, because I think we were locked. It was 2-2.
Yeah.
The game was at 2-2, and of course it goes, and then, you know, when you decide to make a change, you realize it's like, what, 2 minutes left, 5 minutes left, and I think, and then when you ask someone that's done what he's done, and it wasn't pleasant, you know, to see, but it happens in football. It happened. I had a situation once where coach, 90 minutes gone, and says, 4 minutes left, and then they call me off the bench. Hey, Benny, go warm up. And you feel like saying to the coach to go get off, you know, where he's not supposed to. But because it's your job, you go and do.
Yeah.
But the minute it's finished, no one must speak to me then. No one. Don't even.
Is that worse than being substituted at halftime?
Yeah.
It's worse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it is. And you just in that pool, you just see a red boy. Even if the team wins, you feel like you lost 5-0 because you've gone. Even if the guys come and say, hey, don't touch it. No, leave, Baba, leave. So I've been in that situation, so I know. And if you are experienced, if you are, you know, if you are an age where you think like, okay, Coaches would understand you. You would have a dialogue, and that it won't happen. But it was just part of the game. It was part of football. There was no malice in it from anybody's side.
So when you watch the Ronaldo interview with Piers Morgan, what's the dressing room like after that interview? Like, what are people saying? Because he said a lot of shit on that interview, man.
I couldn't tell, because obviously we upstairs, we in our offices, we only go there when we have meetings with the teams, and then we go in the dressing room, or when you come from training, the boys, sometimes you sit and you talk to the players in the dressing room, but the coaches, we kind of stay out of their space.
Yeah.
You know, because that is where they get to play whatever, on their phones and that, and you don't want to be there to kind of judge the players, but that's their private space. So only when we need to be there, we're there. So we genuinely don't know what they discussed.
So you never saw that interview?
Said. No, I saw the interview, but hey, that's Ronaldo's view. And he's got every right to express his view and that. And the manager, he's got his own why he did what he did. You know?
But internally, after the interview, did it not change? Was there not a particular energy or a morale change after the interview, that you could feel or speak about amongst coaches even?
No, because then Ronaldo is shy to Saudi.
Yeah.
He left.
He did the interview and then he left.
Yeah, true.
He unclipped the hand grenade and then
Lock the door, run.
Ciao, amigos. Abraço.
So it was never spoken about.
No.
Wow. I don't agree with a lot of things that Erik Ten Hag did, but that one, I think he made the right call there. It was too much about Ronaldo.
But the season before that, Solskjaer, why didn't they let him go to Man City? Why did they have to interfere? Because they don't want him to go to Man City.
Yeah.
So they forced to bring him back. Now everyone says it was a mistake to bring Ronaldo back.
And we're going like this, bro.
We didn't have him. We didn't have to bring him back.
Yeah.
We didn't want to face him playing for Man City. So, because we knew financially the gains that Man City will have if Ronaldo goes there. Because when he came back to United, he sold more shirts than the whole team together.
Jeez.
So, the man is
an institution.
Yes. Yes. You know? And he scored crazy amount of goals for when he came
for that age,
first season.
That was crazy.
You know, he was there, and obviously, then the thing towards the end with Radnik, leaving him on the bench and not up. So then, when we came in, then it was like, okay, how can we find a balance that it works? But unfortunately, the manager's tactics was the manager want a high press, and he wants everyone to work. You know, you see how Oyland presses when you play striker. Yeah. Ronaldo, he couldn't do that no more because he's no more that age where he can press
the legs
that
are gone,
and then have the energy to. So Ronaldo now, he changed his game mode to that suits him, that can still help him play at this level, help him compete, but have enough energy to still score the goals that he need. But you might not get the high press. When you watch Harry Kane, that's why United never signed Harry Kane, because we were going to gun for him, but he was exactly the same problem that Ronaldo has. He drops deeper and he interlinks, but he scores goals. But he doesn't press, and the manager wants a player that presses high and that, because that's the team must be forward thinking, and that was it.
So why do you think it never worked with Sancho, man? Because when we got him, I was so excited, dog. You saw the numbers he was putting at Dortmund. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I was just like, this is the guy that's going to change our fortunes. You know, he's going to supply the strikers, because we've had a lack of supply for many years. Why do you think it never worked with him? Is it a mentality thing? Is it a hunger thing? Is it of having too much everything when you're young?
That's pressures, my man. Playing at Man United comes with pressure. Anywhere else, you can do it with freedom. You can do it. Man United, the scrutiny that gets
Every game.
I know, and I think, and sometimes when you don't feel that you can play with that amount of freedom that you played when you were at Dortmund and you can't do it at United, then it's harder. It's harder because Jadon is that player. He looks like he's that player that he needs to play with, feel the moment. He's in the moment and then he just glides through things and that. But now when you are, okay, that's your function. You know, when we don't have the ball, you need to be there. You need to be this. You need to be there. Okay, but then when we win the ball, then let me, you know. But now there's a tactic behind the way we are setting up, we are playing. And obviously, and if it doesn't go accordingly to the players, then...
So what are you talking to when they fall out with Erik Ten Hag? What are you saying to him? Because I know
that was his problem. It was nothing to do with me or anybody else. Nothing. Like I just spoke to him as a friend, as a coach, as a friend, and like, you know, about he has to do the right thing. He has to do what's right, and obviously, like, not let the situation escalate and that kind of thing. But
so since Erik Ten Hag has been sacked, have you spoken to him?
Yeah, man, message.
Is it? How's he feeling? How's his spirits?
Of course, he got that.
I really wanted him to work, dog. I really wanted him to work, dog.
He genuinely was really good.
Bro.
He genuinely was a good manager. Nah, not a good manager.
Yeah.
He was a fucking unbelievable manager.
Yeah.
He was smart.
Bro, and could you guys feel that Man United fans were rooting for him? Like we wanted him to work, dog.
No. But football sometimes it's just wrong place at the wrong time.
Ish.
You know?
You could say the same for Jose. Yeah, he came to us at the wrong time. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
he should have come to us after Fergie left.
Jose should have been at the United after Fergie.
Yeah.
Then it would have probably been much, much different. And all the managers wouldn't have faced all the problems that they're facing now.
Did you ever meet the Glazers?
Yeah, I met
For
them.
real?
Yeah.
How are they like, bro?
On tour.
Yeah, how are they like?
Super nice, calm and cool.
Yeah.
Like really cool.
Do they really care about Man United? Because a lot of fans, you know, you've seen the protests.
Yes, they do, man. And the amount of money they left at Man United, man. Those guys, they invested. They put their money where their mouth.
But they've taken a lot as well.
But of course, that's why when you own, if not the biggest club in the world together with Real Madrid, of course, how can you not take out? Of course.
That's why you invest.
It's a machine.
Yeah.
It's a machine. It just pump money there. So, of course, you can't just pump money and then you put back in. Must also, thank you. Yeah, they must love.
Before we wrap it up, right, we're going to talk about your coaching, you know, what are you going to be doing in the future, right? But I want to play a game with you, right? So this is based on the current Man United dressing room. Who is the most likely to win a Ballon d'Or in the current dressing room?
Ooh la la. Defenders, very difficult. I only remember Cannavaro.
Cannavaro, yes.
For Italy World Cup.
Yeah.
Was the first and the last defender to win a Ballon d'Or.
No one has since.
So that rules out Martinez.
Yeah, he's a beast.
But yeah,
Did you see his stats this season?
Martinez has the ability to win a Ballon d'Or, but if they vote for defenders, I think Martinez would be in there for a shout. Bruno has all the attributes. He's got everything. But I think referees has a thing against Bruno.
For real?
Yes. Referees has a thing against Bruno, opponents, everyone. Obviously, because Bruno's passionate, and sometimes I think it gets a little bit too much for everybody else, and people just say So I think that will work against Bruno. But yeah, Bruno for me definitely. But I think, bro, Garnacho.
Garnacho, I was hoping for that. I see it too, bro.
Garnacho.
What a
As
beast.
much as I would love to say Amad Diallo.
Yeah.
But Africa, what have you done to us?
Yeah.
They look past us.
Yeah, they do, man.
Mo Salah, look, the numbers that guy put up.
Even now.
So Diallo would be also in that category. So I would go Garnacho.
But that's politics, obviously, ne? It's got to do with a lot of politics, ne? Yeah.
Garnacho. So I would go Garnacho if he continues
on this trajectory.
On this trajectory, exactly.
Most likely to come to your funeral.
Bruno and Martinez.
Wow. And you speak Portuguese, ne?
Yeah, Spanish.
Dope. Most likely to be a porn star.
This one I don't know.
Yeah.
I've not seen the guys in the dressing room, so I won't be able to tell who's got them slungu. So that one I don't know.
Most likely to get arrested for drinking and driving.
A whole happy lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them. There's too many to mention.
Ne?
Yeah.
You never drank during your career, ne?
No.
At all. No weed, no cigarettes.
No.
Wow, BENNI.
I was no angel, but I just didn't touch that.
So if you know Angel, what are we touching then?
I was naughty on the... you would find me out in the wrong times, my friend. Sometimes the night before the game, I'm having a good time there.
Yeah.
And then the next day play, how this guy...
How does it? I heard Ronaldo does that. Ronaldinho was like that as well. He liked a good time.
Yeah.
Actually, mostly the Brazilian players, even Neymar. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was... There's witness.
Did you sort of have a ritual of things either you definitely do not do, like some players maybe no sex, but like a Ronaldinho, for example, we've heard he would. What did you have a ritual of things you must do or not do before a game?
Not a ritual, but every opportunity you could get. Yeah, I needed to release. That's why I say I was naughty.
Okay.
So then I'm flying.
Yeah.
Then I feel 10 stone lighter.
Yeah.
I've got my mojo.
Yeah.
So if not, then I'm grumpy. And here, if you walk past me and you step on my toe, sorry, boy.
It's a fight.
Hey, then I'm I'm the Hulk.
So then if you're in a foreign country for a tournament, how do you navigate around that? Because you don't know your way around and how to organize some.
I speak all foreign languages. How can I not know my way around?
BENNI.
Last one.
I won't die in foreign country.
It's not the way. Find a way. Most likely to cheat on their wife.
Ooh. This generation are good boys.
For real?
Yeah, they're good boys. We have a humble team.
Not like Ryan Giggs who slept with his brother's wife. Imagine.
No. This generation, they're very humble. And they fight. They're faithful. They're loyal.
Wow.
There's almost no stepping out of line. So I can't see a player doing that. No.
Hey, bro, have you spoken to the girl who gave you your first heartbreak when you were 15? What's her name? Nappy Jacobs. Apparently, Nappy Jacobs gave him his first heartbreak and he cried for the whole week.
Yo.
But I was light, man. I was small. And yeah,
You haven't spoken
she
to
was cradle snatcher also. She was much older than me.
Oh, okay. So you guys dated or what? Whatever.
Not dated, but
Yeah. You just.
she showed me the ropes, you know.
So why did she break up with you, bro?
No, it was me that,
Oh, okay.
because obviously my mom and them find out, like, hi, that I was creeping around, like, no, so then I had to stop.
Yeah.
And I was devastated, but
Bro, so you married now. You live in Scotland with your kids.
yeah.
How did you find your wife? I mean, Scotland,
I
dog.
was playing at Blackburn.
You're playing at Blackburn, eh?
12 years now.
12 years. Wow, that's beautiful, man. You know, that's a long time right now, hey?
Man.
12 years is a long time, bro.
And still going, my friend.
Yeah. So do you find her at the game or like she comes to you? Or?
No. I did a advert when I was playing at Blackburn.
Okay.
So I went to Glasgow
Yeah.
and did there, and she was on the set, and then
Gotcha.
one of the extras, and you know when you clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the T.
Yeah.
My name was written all over there.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things, you know, my name was written all over there just for once.
Yeah.
But yeah,
12 years later, here we are.
12 years later,
What?
tactical. So my tactics was, you know, play it cool,
Yeah.
and the endurance. I can have endurance during that game. Her game plan was Pep Guardiola. In it to win it. So when I finally hit, I said, I'm the man. Meanwhile, Pep was just moving the puzzle so that I can in. And then the trap was set. And then,
But they all like that. All women are like that, dog. They need to win it, dog.
but this one I was guaranteed I'm winning this.
Yeah. So
I was smooth.
Yeah.
But I thought I was, you know, we thought we are smooth.
Bro, I find it so hard to believe that you don't have a house in SA. Why choose Scotland, bro? Like, why not
That's
UK?
where she's from.
Oh.
Like, she's from there. And obviously, so when I came to Pirates, that was kind of when I came to retire. And,
Got you, yeah.
But I wanted to end up on a high. And then we moved. She moved with me. Yeah? So she was
here.
She was with me. And then she fell pregnant. That was when obviously she fell pregnant. So she was here for just 3 months before a month before giving birth. And then she flew back.
Wow.
To the UK. Because obviously we didn't want her to deal with like the mum British passport, and then the kids now have South African passport, and then you must apply and all that. So if they're born there, then it's just
better.
easier. Let me be the one to deal with my green passport problem, you know? So then she went, and then birth, and then obviously then there. But it's because she had a family and everyone there to help, which was easier as well, and it made sense because down here, she was on her own. It was just me, you know. So my mom, my parents, they have to come from Cape Town to here to come and help. So it was just easier if she goes, if she's there, she has a family, she has a support system and that. But then, now the child is growing up. Now you are really under the knife. No more me. I say this is happening. Hey, I'm telling you, this is. You want to see your child? that's what we're doing. So
Bro, I love South Africa so much. There's no amount of money you could pay me to move out of here, man. Especially to a place like Scotland, dog.
Bro,
yeah,
cold
but you
and
must,
dry.
you must understand. I was 17. I moved to Holland, so most my life,
it's your norm, yeah.
most of my life I was hustling there.
That's true.
And
That's
I would
true.
come home, Christmas break, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, I can't meet someone else. And then, hey, every day you see Mlungu, hey, you see here, so you get attracted to what you see
Of course.
every day. I don't see our local girls there. And, hey, there's no, when you see one rough diamond, they always taken.
So where we at now, Benny? Are you going back into coaching? I've been reading articles saying you might be going to Sundowns, MLS. What's the plan? What are we doing?
No, I've interviewed for coaching jobs. Like
Nice.
obviously, you have to do that.
Main coach, eh?
Yeah, for head coach. So
Nice.
I've had 3 interviews with
Wow.
MLS clubs. So now obviously you just wait. They
Benny,
make
you in
it. They
MLS.
make decisions. If you probably one of those coaches that they're interested in, and then you'll hear from them. If not, then
Yeah.
So that is there. Then there's a team somewhere in Europe that might be a possibility, but I'll know probably when I go back now.
Why are there not a lot of black coaches in the EPL?
You asked the wrong guy, my friend.
Nah?
Yeah, you asked the wrong guy.
Mm.
I ask the same question also sometimes, but probably because, European clubs, European coaches.
It's the status quo. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Nah.
Anything else you want to spin off?
Yeah, man. Like when I heard, obviously it's in the news now with the Sundowns thing, and I'm like, the same question you had to Ronaldo of why he's still playing. So for me, it's like after all your success, one would think you just want to enjoy time with your family because you probably didn't see them at some point. Why? Is there something you still want to achieve within football? Why are you still in it instead of just enjoying your life and money and your family, man?
because if I do that, you'll see me in Portsmouth or they'll open Robben Island. Because, I think too long at home, you turn into a mass murderer. So
Get out the house.
it's who murders who first.
Yes.
So no. Listen, I love my family. I love my wife. No, it's time now because I'm just at that stage now.
And he's still young, bro, in coaching terms.
Yeah, I'm at that stage now. I'm the itch, the urge is getting there, and being at home is like I'm starting to do tactical stuff with cups and it annoys and it's becoming annoying. Why is the cups in a 3-3-3-3-2 formation? Like, why are you doing that? And it's just it's fighting because you see things when you watch, and then it's like actually this might work. Right center back, left center back there, and then you have one player there, and and then after you go sit down and watch TV, and when people come down, it's like,
what's happening?
Why is the cups or the glasses like, can't you move it? No, I was just looking at something about football, and I'll move it now in a little bit, and then you forget, you go sleep, then, so now it's getting to that point where the football is taking over your daily life, and I just need to.
It needs to come out.
What's your take on local football? What do you think about what's happening with Safa and Danny Jordan? Like the recent thing that just
I've
came
not
out.
tuned into that, but I love what's happening with Bafana.
Yeah.
Bafana is on the up, playing really good football.
We should have won against Nigeria, bro.
I know.
What was it last year? Yeah, it was last year, ne?
I know. They dropped a penny there. But still, man, I think we're in a good place now. We've got a good generation of football players. Nice crop, good We've got a Ballon d'Or nominee in goals
Yes.
flying. And then we've got nice, everywhere it looks like it's covered, strong midfield, decent, good defense, nice front players, Lyle Foster, Percy Tau, Ikram, Reyners, doing the business for Sundowns, Mahopa. There's decent players. And I think it's probably the best time to be a Bafana Bafana coach now.
And you don't think Sundowns killed the league? Because it's like that whole Man City thing where they just win every year, man. And they buy all the best players.
But everybody else. Sundowns once upon a time was there where everybody else was. When Chiefs and Pirates was dominating. They were cleaning out and it was getting frustrated for others. Now, Sundowns they've invested. They've done smart business. They've structured their club into a machine. Everything works accordingly there at Sundowns. You know what's going out. You know what's coming in. And they've got the means to recruit better than everyone. If you've got the finance, if you want what you like, you take. Other teams must make sure their players are happy there, not to want to go elsewhere, So they're doing it the right way. And it's now for everyone else to catch up to Sundowns.
How much money have you made from football? You made a lot of money, ne?
I don't know, man.
You've lost count.
No, I'm all right.
Because on the internet it says your net worth is worth $16 million.
Please, can someone give me...
I'll be the shy. Way more.
In closing, man, we always ask our guests this: what do you want to be remembered as when it's all said and done, man?
What I want to remember as the guy that puts smiles on people's faces. Walk through life always happy, never forgetting where I came from. That's what I want to be remembered for. Football will speak for itself. Go Google. Google will tell you. So I don't need to say be best export of all time. Google will tell the stats who's who there. But yeah, I want to be remembered for the guy that brought lots of smiles to people's faces when they watched him play football. That's...
Bro, I just want to say thank you once again, man. This is probably one of the best moments in my life, like sitting next to you, bro, just chatting to you. I mean, I told you before you came, I can talk about Man U for 2 hours, but obviously, you got other things to do. But I just want to say I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, man. And may God continue to bless you, man.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. And it's been such a pleasure, enjoyable interview. And I love, like I said, I think we two both huge Man U fans, and I was fortunate enough to be up close and personal there. So it's nice also to be able to speak about your time there instead of being scared. If you say that, then it's problem here. It's just, it was maybe not for Man U fans where they wanted to see the club, but it was the best time of our lives. Like, we were part of Man United team when Man City was untouchable dominating in European football. But when they played Man U, they prepared fully for us, and we weren't even at our peak strength. So now just imagine when they do get it right, when Man U do get to the level where they are back and in contention, and they have the stability that they've always had, then you will see flames. Then you're really going to see something special. But for now, it's a rebuilding process. New owners, Ineos, they're really working hard to try and take Man U back to the top, to those years. But people must just give it time. I know it's been years, enough time, but within that bold process, you can see You've won a Carabao Cup. You've won a FA Cup.
Arsenal can't
you've
say that.
won, you know,
Arsenal
you're winning
can't say that.
trophies somewhere down the line. So
we were bad.
You're going to get it right. And when you get it right, then you go now for the all-important trophies, Champions League finals, Premier League, you know, titles. That's where you see Man U again at the pinnacle of their powers.
I love this new guy, hey, Amorim, eh?
Yeah, no,
A few games in, and what I like about him is that his system is not dependent on players. So whenever he changes the players, the system doesn't change. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, but also his system accommodates players in the right position, because Amad Diallo, people are saying he's playing a wing back.
Yeah.
But he's more playing higher up the pitch than what he is defending, because that's his position. He is a winger, and Amad has the ability to track back as well. So if you put him in the middle, when you ask to do some defensive work, you can do it. But you don't see Rashford playing left wing back, because Rashford needs his strength, is scoring goals, is running at people and that. And now the system is allowing Rashford to do that. It's not asking Rashford to come back and defend and play in our box. And then when we have it, then you must do sprints to go. You understand? And that's what it's allowing him to do. And that's why now a lot of the players are finding it. Okay, I can relate, because this is perfect for me. Casemiro now has Ugati or Mainu always next to him, so he's never going to be isolated. You understand?
Alone,
but then you've got players that can go forward also, but he's always going to have his support, and he's always going to have then 3 centre-backs also there near him, you know? So it's a lot of players are enjoying the new system and the way that everyone is kind of, when we attack, we attack. When we press, we press. Don't worry about what happens. The ones behind, they know exactly where they have to be. So
how come you guys never played 3-4-3, Vele?
the manager's choice. The manager's choice. And I think with all the injuries we also had, we couldn't even dare try anything like that, because the players that we had available wouldn't allow us to play that way. And that's...
Is that the new formation, the 3-4-3?
No,
like, do you think that's going to dominate? Do you know, remember when Pep came into England, everybody started playing the Pep style. Do you think this is the new style?
It's working for him, but he's going to get time where it's not going to work. And then we get hammered and says, I no scrap 3-4-3. You know, it just depends if the players adapt to the system and they execute it really well. And then you start working more and more and you become consistent, and it could be a way forward for us.
Bro, have you ever spoken to Pep? Like, have you had a conversation with Pep?
Yeah.
How is he? Is he the greatest manager ever?
What is achieved, of course, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, well, for me, it will always be Fergie.
Nah.
Fergie will be the greatest manager, and the fact that he's a Scotsman and my wife is Scottish, and I understand his humor.
Yeah.
I love Fergie. I've had many walk-ins with him, many a times, and he absolutely loved the fact that I live in Scotland as well.
Yeah.
So he always puts his, and he would say something Scottish. Yeah. Like, you speak Scottish yet? I understand it. So I love Fergie. And for me, he's the greatest manager.
No, me too.
He's the greatest English manager
Ever.
in Premier League ever. But you give Pep his flower. The guy he sits next to Fergie on the same pedestal. But I'm not going to say Pep is the greatest of all time, because for me, no. Fergie. People can say Messi is the greatest of all time because of football reasons. But for me, Ronaldo is the greatest of all time. That's my opinion. But when you put them there, they are sitting next to each other on the same pedestal. They're the greatest, each in their own way. And that's Fergie and Pep for me as well.
On that note, BENNI McCarthy, thank you so much once again.
Thank you, man.
So when I come in Scotland, I'm gonna give you a shout, ne?
Give me a shout, my brother.
you
I'll
show me the-
I'll show you. I'll show
The
you.
snow
that.
bunnies.
I'll show you. I'll show you. You're not gonna get that Benny McCarthy from 15 years ago.
Yes.
But I'll show you. Still, you'll enjoy.
Oh shit! Before you go, man, can you please tell us about this guy? Because I know you guys have been friends, Percy.
Percy.
I know Percy needs no introduction.
He's been your friend for 20 years, 25 years.
25 years.
And now he's your
and
PA.
counting. No, he's my best friend. There's no PA. Brother, he just does it out of his goodness of his heart.
You don't pay him nothing.
No. We live the life. We live together. We love. When I love, he loves.
Wow.
Shout out, man.
That's crazy. So he was in you at Hanover Park. He was with you.
No, Percy met me when the gravy train was now in full swing. Yeah. Gravy train was, I was now conductor, then the conductor say, hey, Benny, when you want to present. Yeah, no, I was no more just looking at the trains going by. I was sitting there with the conductor. Then he met me.
Oh, wow.
Burkina Faso.
Yeah. No, shout out to him. What does he say?
Come,
Here's the mic. Yeah, Percy. Yeah, here's the
because I
mic.
see you.
I said it's not when the gravy train. He lost his passport in London.
Yeah.
And that's when I helped him. But I must tell you the story.
Yeah, just close the door, please. Yeah.
He lost his passport in London.
Yeah.
So we helped him, obviously gave him cash
Yeah.
to get to the embassy to get the passport round.
Yeah.
So a couple of years later, he's in the squad for Burkina Faso.
Sorry, just speak on the mic there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I said to him, hey, do you remember me?
Yeah.
He looks at me and he walked away.
Yeah.
I said, this boy, I helped him when he was desperate. He just looked at me. Then the final was in Burkina Faso. I went for the final day.
Yeah.
So in the flight on our way back, I went to him again. I said, hey, well done in the tournament. Do you remember me? He says, hey, bro, I'm tired. Man." I said, hey. So I just walked away.
Yeah.
So after the World Cup, he wanted to be in Joburg. So Junaid Hadley was close to him at that time.
Yeah.
So Junaid and myself was also friends. So Junaid phoned me and says, bro, don't you want to host Benny there?
Yeah.
I said, he's not coming close to my house. I don't want him there. So Junaid backed me. So in the car, I eventually agreed. I went and fetched him at the airport. As we drive. I said to him, do you know me? He says, no. I said, do you remember I helped you in London when you lost your... Then, we pulled the car off the ark. He said, I've been looking for you for years.
But now
And still today we friends.
Now, Mac, you tell me, are you that much of a donkey
Yeah.
to see that how where my life was now expanding to? How many people come up to you and then tell me straight on, hey man, you remember me from London when you lost your passport?
Yeah.
That's click. I've been asking everyone at Safa.
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
Who's this
I
guy?
forgot his name. He was small. A guy he helped me with my passport. That guy, I owe that guy my life. But now you come to me, you say, hey, you remember me? I said, from where? Then he's like, no, you don't remember me. My man, I meet thousands of people. And you ask me, I can't remember. Tell me where must I remember you? Then when he said to me, London, my man,
Wow.
my emotions just came over me. Oh my God, that guy, like anything he wants. Anything he wants,
beautiful.
I would have given that guy. But yeah, you remember me, you remember me. Oh, I don't remember. Until he said to me, hey, when you lost your passport in London, and then changed
Yeah.
till today. And that was 98.
That's amazing,
I just
man.
want to say one unique story that I've got. Actually, I wanted to bring it so that you can see it.
Yeah. Tell
I
us.
was the general manager at the Johannesburg State.
Yeah.
When he scored the goals against Chiefs.
Yes.
So I said to all the guys, Kaiser and Bobby and them, go and buy that boy. He's going to be great. So I said, okay, one day I'm going to come back to you and remind you what I'm saying. So I took 5 of those tickets of that game, which was 1987.
But wait, why in a room with Kaiser and them? What are you doing?
No, I was the manager at the stadium.
Yes. Got you.
So I took the 5
96.
tickets. Yeah. At 96, I took the 5 tickets and I put it away. I still have those tickets.
Wow.
Before I even met him.
Yeah.
And one day I took the tickets out. I said to everyone, I'm going to keep this ticket and says, Benny McCarthy, you're going to be great.
And that was your first time seeing him play?
It was first time seeing him play. He was at Cape Town Spurs.
You saw this is a star.
And I took the ticket because I said, when I tell people one day, they're going to say, you're just talking. But I still have the ticket. If you one day want to see it, I'll show it to you.
Oh, wow. Beautiful story, man.
And then I met him in London and we became friends. Yeah. That was strange.
You know, people don't have friends like this anymore, bro. Because everybody wants to be Benny. Everybody wants to be the star.
Yes.
Nah, he's a guy I owe my life to.
Wow.
Because it was my first time. Like, I went to Ajax, so I signed for Ajax. So I was there for 6 months. So I've not even traveled in Holland. Then they asked me, I must come to watch Bafana in London. And I said, no. But then, you also don't want to be, you around the corner. Amsterdam is only 1 hour, 35 minutes, 40 minutes flight. So then I thought, okay, the club helped me. They organized for me to travel there. And I did. But so when I lost my passport, my residence card, and my life, like literally, how am I going to get back to Amsterdam? Mate, I was crying my shit eyes out. And then I went to where Bafana was staying, crying. They just, and I probably think deep down in my heart, that's where my problems with Bafana already started, because that's one, you go to, I'm 18 years old. It's my first time traveling away from South Africa, but traveling into Europe, and I lose my life, my passport.
Oh yeah, please put up that picture. Yes.
And then and no one wants to help me. It's like our people.
What was happening here, Benny?
Safa. They gave me Bernard Parker's t-shirt, dude. Yeah, they killed me there. Yes. They gave me an extra small t-shirt, bro. And it was that lycra material. You know, when you on and you kind of feel like Spider-Man. So yeah.
I'm like, our God can't go out like this, man.
So no. And then, so obviously then and that's how we met.
Yeah.
So the Bafana ongoing problems were started already there with
it. Bro, how come Safa doesn't get ex-players to run it? You know, like how Eto's running.
I don't know what. You must ask them. But Lucas is...
Oh, he's getting in there.
He's getting in there. So.
Yeah. It only makes sense, dog. Who else than you guys that know about
but
football?
Then you must know also when you get there, you must know what we're doing. You can't just, based on what we achieve as players, you go and educate yourself, business courses and not knowing how to run a federation, because it's not running a football club, it's running a federation, and we have to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
That's what we have to do, educate ourselves more so.
Yeah. Just like you did when you started at Ajax. You had to prove yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you so much. We out here. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Benny McCarthy. We out here. Podcast and chill. Boom.
Welcome to Black Excellence. Do not fear, for if you do, just sip on some grandeur. And if you still do, ask ourselves, what would Mapapunzi do? Parama chilla, itlesha lefiki. Ungoyigi, even if when they ask you, how sabiini, do not fear. For if you do, just say, Anistivi. This is the medicine of censorship. This is the pill. Which one is that one? Podcast and chill.